well, testing 1, 2, 3. Testing, testing. Can anybody hear me? Shall we start? I guess we'll start if you're ready for this. Let's boom. There we go. I think we're live, hopefully. If we're live, tell me in the chat. If you can hear me, say yes, we can hear you. Or yes, I can hear you. If there's only one of you there. There's more than one of you at the moment, I know there is. Betty Barnes. Now then, Betty. Good, good. The cat's clawing at my door to come in. I shall do my best to ignore her. Good, good. Loud and clear. Roger Dodger. Boom, boom. MS Detectorists. Hello, how are you? Marilyn, don't like the frame. Happy Easter to you and your, and the very same to you, Marilyn. Marilyn, does it look that bad? Shall we get rid of it? Don't know if I can get rid of it while we're live. So I'm going to do. Let me just have a quick look here. If I do that, it's gone, hasn't it? Hopefully it's got gone. Boom. If I make myself a little bit bigger. How's that? Does that look any better? Ooh, is that too far? There we go. I think just about right. Is that better? Now that I'm filling the screen. Yeah, I was only playing with the frames. I just started with them last week, Marilyn. I was just playing along with them. I'll be honest with you, I wasn't overly fond of it myself, but yeah, it's they come with the streaming software that I'm using. But usually most people use them for when they're gaming, when they're doing live gaming streams. So I thought we'd give it a try, but I think you're absolutely right. I don't think it suits this style of live stream. But anyway, yes. Happy Easter to everyone. Sprays now then. How are you doing? I'm just out my bath. Got my hair all nice and fresh and clean and curly. A little cold drink to go with it. There we go. I've got to stop leaning back. I think I'm going out of focus, aren't I, if I go back? I've turned my autofocus off because I know the autofocus struggles sometimes. So I've turned that off and I've set the focus to a set level. So I think maybe I ought to stay sat up nice and straight. We'll see how we go. Depends how many little drinks I have this evening. I enjoyed my drinks the other day. I don't know if anybody saw my my community post. I was sat outside in the sunshine with my wife, and I was having a few bottles of gear, as they would say, and excuse me, and my wife was having a cup of tea, and we were enjoying the sunshine. It was very warm. Well, last couple of days have been very warm. Today, not so much. Fluffy Button. Now then, Dave. How are you? Yes, I'm doing very well, thank you. It's just an El Cheapo. These are what they call stumpies over here. They're like an El Cheapo from Morrison's, 2.8% by volume, and you get 10 of these for £3.50. Oh, he spent £3.50 on beer. Oh my God. Dermot Forsey now then. Hello. Sprays. What do I reckon to the Nocta? I really like it. I've still loads and loads to learn about it. I honestly, I've loads, and I do. I fill my time doing so many different things all at once. I don't kind of concentrate. I'm terrible for not concentrating on one thing. Doing loads of things all at once. So like I say, I was supposed to go out metal detecting, but I ended up drinking beer in Sunshine, and I said to myself, I'll go out the next day. I said to myself, but the next day I'd ordered some stuff to clean the car, and that arrived. So I cracked on with cleaning the car. Great stuff as well. So it's like a little triple pack of auto glim for interior detailing. But it's very good stuff. Anyway, I cracked on with that, and I did that for a couple of hours, and then I drank beer in the Sunshine. It's absolutely terrible. It makes it sound like all I do is drink beer. I don't just drink beer. Again, today it was a little bit cooler today, and I might have gone out, only it was Easter Sunday, and so we've had a nice kind of relaxing day. But some more stuff turned up for the car today. Some detailing spray for the bodywork. So and I decided to give it a wash with some stuff that I've already got. What they call a dry wash stuff. So it's like a wash and a wax at the same time. Quite clever stuff actually. So yeah, you kind of rub it onto the paintwork, and then you leave it to dry off. And it takes all the dirt off. Well, most of it anyway. I've got something else that I need to do to it. Oh, you won't believe. Once you start cleaning a car, when you're a 50-year-old man and you start into cleaning cars, it's ridiculous how much stuff there is to do. And anyway, I decided to use this this dry wash stuff. It's not dry. It's a liquid, that you spray on. But anyway, and then you leave it to dry and you buff it off. It only takes about 10 minutes at most to do the entire car. And yeah, it worked out quite nice actually. It's left a nice, gives it a nice polish. But then this other stuff I've got, it's a detailing, what they call it's called Sonax BSD. It's a German product, and you just put a couple of squirts on a panel, and you wipe it in, and then you kind of wipe it all over, then you buff it, and it brings up even more shine. Plus, it gives like a hydrophobic effect. So the water just beads off, and distilled water and a spray bottle works well. Yeah, it does indeed, Marilyn. Yeah, sprays. Was out with the racer the other day, picking up lockdown loot. Had £8 in awesome Georges and other bits. Oh, very good. It's all right for some. Like I say, I've not been out this week. I must admit, I just had one of them weeks, to be perfectly honest with you, where and it's going to change. I have to change it for this week coming anyway. I'll have to get out on one of the farms, and we'll have a nosy and see what we can find. But yeah, I just had a bit of a lazy week, to be perfectly honest with you, and it's just one of them things. I just lose a feel for it just for a week. But like I say, I've been filling my time doing loads of other stuff. I've been watching Blackadder. I watched the entire series of that. And I've just started watching Breaking Bad again, because I realised when I watched it before, I was watching it on, let's say, not particularly legal streams, but I'm watching it on Netflix now. We've got Netflix, so yeah, I started watching it again, and I realised there's loads of episodes that I missed, so I never saw it, the entire thing. So I'm working my way through it. I'm up to, I started 3 days ago, and I'm up to episode 8 of series 2 tonight. So yeah, I'll probably finish series 2 tonight, and I'll probably have the whole thing finished by end of this week, or end of this coming week anyway. So yeah, that's what's been keeping me entertained. Of course, I've been eating chocolate today. I shouldn't be eating chocolate. I'm far too fat for chocolate. But hey, it's Easter, and you do what you got to do. Somebody's got to fill a hole by eating all the chocolate, don't they? Chocolate and beer is not the greatest mix, I must admit. And I made me and Pam lunch today. We had egg salad sandwiches today, which were very nice. in a crispy French roll. So that was very nice. I didn't make the rolls; they were part baked. So you just throw them in the oven for 10 minutes and yeah, get them crisped up, and then leave them to cool and make my egg mayonnaise and throw it in a sandwich with some lettuce and tomato. It was lovely. A bit of black pepper. Ooh, can't beat it. Can't beat it. Bit of a change from yesterday. Actually, we had pizza yesterday. My daughter bought us pizza yesterday, and pizza and chips and onion rings. We had for our tea yesterday. So yes, I do indeed. Sprays. Yeah, I've got. Well, it's 2 permissions I've got now. I've got still got my first permission. What I got. I think I've had it about 2 years now, actually, and I just got a new one recently. Was it last month? I think it was last month. I think it was. Yeah. So so the main one is 500 acres, as I'm sure you've heard me say before. The first one that I got, and this new one, this is 200 acres. And yeah, I just need to get out there with the Nocta and knuckle down and get used to it. I'm just not used to it. And I think I told you in the other video that I'd sold the Viking metal detector. Bless its soul, it was still going strong. Sort of thing that goes forever. Those things, to be perfectly honest with you, they're very, very simple machines anyway. But I love that machine. It was fantastic on the beach for finding coins. It really was. But yeah, no, I've got 2 permissions now, so that'll keep me busy for the rest of my life. I think 700 acres is not to be sniffed at. Do I still go out with Simon? I haven't been out with Simon since the start of the lockdown. We're talking March last year was the last time we went out. Just before, I think it was about 2 or 3 days after we'd been out that they announced the official lockdown here in the UK. So I've not been out with Simon since then. I speak to him every now and again, and yeah, hoping hopefully soon, when things get reasonably back to normal, that we can get out for a dig and maybe end up in the pub for 1 or 2 as we do. So yeah, so that's been about the extent of what I've been doing for this week. At Zarp's metal detecting in South Africa. I won't do the impersonation of the accent. Zarp's I'm not very good at it. Yeah, happy Easter to you as well, Zarps. Yeah, I'm sure it's nice and warm there. We've had a cool day today here. Like I say, I did a bit of detailing on the car, and but I got rained off. It started to spit very lightly, and I thought, no, I'm not going to continue this because you shouldn't really be detailing a car in pouring rain. And I'm quite enjoying it. Watching loads of videos of detailers cleaning up filthy cars and what have you, just getting ideas for stuff. I have to paint my wheels as well. I'm going to paint sand the alloy wheels down and paint them as well, because I'm not happy with the way they look. They're a silver finish, and they're starting to look a bit tatty now. There's bits of bubbling of the paint and stuff. So I'm going to get rid of most of the paint and paint them myself. So I'll maybe make a little video of that. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Oh well, thank you, Sprays. Yeah, I thought I'd get back to doing a normal Sunday night. It's always just a bit of fun, these things. There's never anything serious, hopefully, and yeah, it just gives everybody a chance to chime in and ask me a question if they've got a question about anything they've seen in a video, and make sure that I can check in with you a lot as well. Make sure that everybody's safe and sound, and yeah, we're doing good. Hopefully the lockdown that we've got here at the moment is due to sort of end as it were on the I believe the 26th of April. I think that's when my daughter's due to go back to work. And we'll have to see how long it lasts, basically. Hopefully we won't be in a lockdown again. I don't think a country could take it for much longer. But I know the likes of Italy, I mean, they're back in lockdown again. So after they got a third. Was it a third wave they've got there now? So, but hey, there you go. Explore Yorkshire now. Then, hey up, how are you? So yeah, I don't think I have anything else in particular to tell you. Of course, I'm sure you all know I think most of you on there have seen my my latest video with a giveaway, and if you haven't, then go and look in my videos and look for the one featuring the free giveaway, the newest video featuring a free giveaway, where you can win one of my little Native Americans that I cast from lead that I found while I was detecting the beach here, and I cast them myself and painted them up. But yeah, get yourself applied, and you can win one. There we go. That might be a bit better, mightn't it? There you go. Win one of these little guys, all hand painted by myself. I've yet to make a video of me painting some of these up, actually. I will do that. I will get round to it, I promise you. It'll probably be absolutely dull as ditch water, as most of my videos are, but yeah, I'll just give you a little insight into how bad my eyesight is. You can see I'm starting to wear my glasses all the time as well. It's ridiculous, but yeah, you can win one of those. I'll post it anywhere in the world. If you're drawn, I'll post it anywhere in the world if you're the winner. So yeah. Yeah, you're absolutely right, Zarps. Yeah, worldwide it's not been very good, I don't think, has it? So, spray. Seen the new shirts the other day. You showed the YouTube promos. Oh yes. They were just a little bit of fun, to be perfectly honest with you. I mean, if anybody wants to buy one, that would be great. I'd make a couple of quid off of a sale of a shirt, but but yeah, it's just one of those things. It's it's a bit of fun, and it's a little bit creative for me, for my side as well. And there's not just the YouTube ones. You probably look into my Redbubble, and you'll see there's a few other designs that I've put in there as well. So, but anyway, yeah, that's a different thing altogether. Just another string to my bow, so they say. Donut says third lockdown most likely. Vaccine doesn't stop you getting COVID or passing out. No, you're absolutely right. It doesn't. Isn't it weird that to think that we might have to, be socially distancing and wearing, masks. If you're in the shops and stuff, you might have to wear a mask for the rest of our lives. It's crazy. No one would have believed in the 21st century. That's the closest I'll get to. What do they call him? War of the Worlds narrator, Richard Burton. That's the closest I'll get to a Richard Burton impression. Loku Anguilla is in New Zealand. No lockdown here. No, you did very well in New Zealand, didn't you? Yeah. On top of the curve, I think you were, weren't you? And I saw that not long in New Zealand they were having was it rugby matches and football matches again, and thousands of people all crowded together. It's yeah, very, very lucky there. Dermot says people think that when they get the vaccine, life can go back to normal. No, yeah, well, indeed, like I was saying, Dermot, I think it's one of these things that's here to stay for the rest of our lives. Hopefully, maybe at some point they might eradicate it. I don't know how difficult it is to eradicate disease in this day and age. You hear about the old diseases and viruses that have been gotten rid of through vaccines and vaccination programs and things like that. But yeah, these new things flare up every so often, don't they? And yes, it's maybe just the way the future is, unfortunately. Gosh, didn't we get all very deep there? I'm using my hands very much tonight, aren't I? I'm very much like an American president. And I won't do an impression of him. Oh, dearie me. So I hope everybody else is, excuse me, is doing very well. I know Marilyn had some fun there last week, working at a big car auction, selling some very, very fancy cars, very nice cars as well. And she treated me to a few images of the cars that she's been helping to sell at the Barrett Jackson auction. It's all right for some. Sprays, what did the new beach handle like? New machine handle like on the beach? I've only had one beer as well. Do you know what? I'm still to get used to it. I'm trying out. I'm watching videos on YouTube here, one or two different people, and I'm trying out different settings as I go along. To be honest, at the moment, not fantastic. But I'm sure it's something that will get better with time. And like I say, with me learning and gaining some experience with it. So yeah, hopefully I will improve on my beach detecting with the Nocta. Dave says, I'll be glad when lockdown ends. We might be quieter in supermarkets. We're all fed up now. This is my first few days off for months. Yeah, absolutely right. I must admit now, there is kind of a bit of normality here where I live in Helensburgh anyway. It's not like there's queues out the door or anything like that. But yeah, it's kind of okay at the moment. Obviously, you have to socially distance and put the antibacterial stuff on your hands and wear a mask and all that kind of thing. But to be honest, it's not difficult to do. It really doesn't. I've got used to it now. I'm sure a lot of people have got used to it. So yeah, it's one of those things we'll live with, I suppose. Explore Yorkshire. Got myself a CB radio. Great for. Jeez, do you know what? Explore Yorkshire. I bought a CB. Now then, how old would I have been? I would have been 15. I think I was probably 15 years old, and I bought a portable CB radio, kind of like a walkie-talkie, and I bought it from, I think it was Tandy Electronics. And yeah, I used to wander the streets around Leeds on my CB radio talking to a few different people. You're absolutely right, it's great fun. I think you need to be somewhere like a big city, to be perfectly honest with you, to benefit from CB now. I don't think there's very many people using it nowadays. One or two hangers on, but yeah, not a huge amount. So the governor here, Marilyn says the governor here dropped the mask mandate, but it's still enforced on federal property. Well, like I say, it is what it is with those things. Yeah, and $5 million for Carol Shelby's Cobra. Carol Shelby's own personal AC Cobra. Beautiful cars, and sound like absolute monsters. But yeah, $5 million for a car. I mean, those cars sell for a lot more than that as well. It's crazy, isn't it? Marley, it was insane. I'm going to be hearing the auctioneers in my sleep for the next month. I'm sure you will. And like I say, Marilyn, I said to you in my emails, you sounded like you had a whale of a time, and I hope you get to the next one as well, because it sounds like a lot of fun. MS Detectress, you've been out today, Detect? No, I haven't been out today. I've been. I was saying earlier in the stream, I've been cleaning my car today because I've got into a bit of a detailing thing where I want to get things really, really clean and looking really fresh and new. And it's looking pretty good at the moment. I should have taken some before and after pictures. I could have made a video, but I was too eager just to get at it and get it cleaned. So, but I have other things planned as well. Like I say, I'm going to spray the wheels. So I'll maybe make a video of me cleaning up and painting the wheels. So no, I haven't been out detecting today, and so I did that in the morning until it started to rain a little bit, spitting and raining. And then I came inside, made my wife and myself some lunch, and then I've laid on the sofa and watched three episodes of Breaking Bad today, of series 2 I'm on. So that's what I've done today, basically. Dave, CB Roaders were loads of fun when we were kids. Yeah, they were great fun. Must admit, I was introduced to it. A mate of mine, his older brother, had a CB radio, and it was one summer when I lived in Leeds with my dad, and I think I was probably about 11 or 12, maybe 10 or 11 actually. And my mate over the road, his older brother had a CB, and he would set it up in the garden. Set the CB up in the garden. We'd make a tent out of all blankets and chairs, or like a den or a tent, whatever you want to call it. So it was all blankets and chairs. We'd have the CB radio inside. We'd talk to everybody. It was absolutely crazy. Great fun. Hey, yeah, great, Marilyn. It's one of those things. I went to a car auction. We have car auctions here in the UK. I guess there's two types of auction. There's the fancy auction like you go to. There are one or two companies that do that here, but we have just everyday car auctions as well. And I went to one of those when I was a kid, and it wasn't that interesting watching transit vans going through and selling for 300 quid, rusty transit vans. But there you go. So it's kind of not the same, not the same thing that you're experiencing anyway, and yeah, an experience in itself, I suppose. Is it called sprays? Is it called nano wax used for your car? No, I used a product today, which is like a wash and wax. It's called a dry wash. So you don't use buckets of water basically, but it's a liquid, and it's got a cleaning agent, and it's got a carnauba wax in it as well. So it does the two things: it washes the car and it waxes it at the same time. So it's kind of put it on, rub it in to the panel, work your way around the car doing that into all the panels. Then once you get all the way back around again, it's dried to a haze, and then you buff it off, and it leaves a shine on the car, and it's clean. But I've also got I've got a product called Sonax BSD. If you look it up. A German product which is designed for bringing out a shine and leaving the car hydrophobic as well, so the rainwater doesn't sheet, it beads, rain just beads off the car, so keeps it looking clean for longer. Dave says maybe I should clean up my Jimny, but it wouldn't take long, it's tiny. I always fancied spinners on it. How silly would that? Hey, it's what you want, do it. Don't worry about what anybody else thinks. I'm at that age now, past caring what anybody else thinks about what I do with my car or how I dress or anything like that. If you want to do it, do it. That's the way I do it. MS Detectorist. Any luck with moulds and doing some lead melting? Yeah, I need to get round to doing some more. I'm going to cast some more Indians. I've got some sat waiting to paint. But yeah, I'm going to get some more cast. I've not bought any more moulds yet. I'm going to see if I can get rid of some of these little Indian guys first, and yeah, we'll crack on, and maybe if we can get some interest in it, then yeah, we'll maybe look at getting another mould and doing something a little bit different. See what other moulds are out there. The only company that's available that really sells them at the moment is or sells them anymore here in the UK. Well, I say UK, they're actually in Ireland. A company called Prince August. And they've been selling moulds for years and years and years. So, and they used to be one of those things you could buy them everywhere. I used to go to the old Citadel workshop shops, and yeah, they used to sell moulds in there, although they were quite expensive at the time. Again, I'm talking about the early 1980s. So. I must admit, I think where minis are concerned over here in the UK, they tend to be, people tend to restore them to original a lot of the time, because that's where the money is with them. There's one or two obviously that might have a buggered engine that people might transplant a Subaru engine into. I've seen one or two Subaru engines put into minis, and motorbike engines as well. You usually put like a Honda Fireblade engine in them, and they go crazy fast. Right, well, if you can behave yourselves for 2 minutes, I'm just going to nip to the fridge, and I will come back to you. Okay, so hold tight, and I'll put my Be Right Back screen. It looks dead professional. This look Look, watch this. Watch. Hey, you like that? Right. Give me 2 minutes. And we are back in the room. It's like I never left. Oh, dearie me. Well, like I say, I don't think I've got anything else to tell you at the moment, to be perfectly honest with you. Well, I've been playing a fair bit of my video game, my PC game, Scum. It's just had an update, so they've made the map a little bit bigger and they've added sharks into the water as well, so all good fun, and boats as well that we can use. So, but yeah, I won't talk about my gaming because I'm sure most of you really could care less about that. Oh, lovely. So yeah, I think well, I know for certain I'll definitely be out on one of the farms this week, and I shall get a video made up. See what we can find on our little jaunt. In fact, just reminded me, I'll probably message the lady on the new farm and just check it's okay with her to head up. They've lambs at the moment, running about like lunatics in the field, which is awfully cute to see. But yeah, I don't know if I showed you. Hang on a second. Let me see if I can dig this the bottle out that I found while I was beachcombing. Bear with me 1 second. Oh. Do 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 do. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-da. No John Smiths at the moment. I must admit, I'm enjoying these little stumpy beers. Are great. They're very, like I say, they're very low alcohol content, and they're just nice on a hot day. It's just a bit of something different. But yeah, the bottle that I found, the Rosses of Belfast. You see that? So yeah, I gave it a lick of lacquer just to take the scratches down. It was quite heavily scratched. Usually, as bottles are on the beach, they get pretty badly scratched up. But I gave it a couple of coats of lacquer, and you can see that side's actually worse. But yeah, it's cleaned it up a little bit anyway, and I've just got it sat on display at the minute here in the bedroom. So yeah, until I can sneak it into my display in the kitchen and without her noticing. But yeah, dates to between 1930s and 1940s. That one, crown cap. But yeah, Ross's were famous for making a ginger beer. Ross's, I believe it's Royal ginger beer. But yeah, they were famous. They had obviously Belfast, but they had a factory producing it here in Glasgow as well. So yeah, and they exported it all over the world. So an interesting little piece, and like I say, I was, as you probably saw in the video, I was well surprised to find that. I find bits of broken bottle on that beach, but seldom find a complete bottle. And yeah, I was stunned as I pulled it out. I honestly thought the neck was going to be gone on it, but it turned out it wasn't. It was all in one piece, and yeah, I was thrilled to bits with it. So no real value to it, but still, it's a nice thing, and value's not everything at the end of the day. But yeah, there you go. That's the Rosses of Belfast bottle. Did you ever hear back on the badge you submitted to the PA? Well, it's they call it Treasure Trove here in Scotland. It's a different system they have in Scotland called Treasure Trove. But the only thing I heard back was the young lady that acknowledged my original report. She contacted me shortly after. Now this was just before the first lockdown. She contacted me shortly after she acknowledged the report, and she wanted some extra dimensions, some measurements for it as well. But since then, I've heard absolutely nothing. It's the most frustrating thing. And I'm sure within time. I know they're kind of underfunded up here, so there's not very many people that are active, especially obviously with lockdown as well. So, but yeah, I'm sure at some point I will hear back, and hopefully they'll tell me something of interest about it. I'm surprised actually. The little pin that I found up on the 500-acre farm, the one with the little star on. You can see. Can you see that? I don't know if you can see. It's got stars and moons on it. I'm surprised that they never came back to me on. It's not great. It's a bit too bright, is that light? But yeah, I'm surprised they never came back to me on that. But again, the report's in. Whether they'll pick it up at some stage, I don't know. So again, we'll just have to wait and see. Only time will tell. God, I've got all sorts in this straw. It's ridiculous. But yeah. Yeah, like I say, hopefully one day they'll come back, and I'll find out what the badge is. Marilyn, if only it were that easy, Marilyn. It's really not. You know, I've sent. I think I've probably sent about 4 or 5 reports in of items that I've found, and the little lead, what we're calling a badge, is the only thing that I've ever had a response to. So.
That's pizza.
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, man. I was just popped ahead and asked me, do I want some pizza? We got some pizza left over from yesterday, so yeah, of course I'm going to eat some pizza, aren't I? It'd be ridiculous. Who wouldn't? Hey, Sprays, you never know. Yeah, fingers crossed. It's one of those. Do you know? I don't go out with that. I know a lot of people go out with an expectation to find gold. And I know a lot of new people to the hobby. That's all they seem to. They kind of watch all the videos of people finding gold. You know, once you put metal detecting and gold into YouTube, it comes up with, I'm sure, tens of thousands of videos, and you can kind of get a false perspective of what detecting is when you see those videos. But you know, it's like I keep saying, it's very much hit and miss, and 99 times out of 100 with metal detecting, it's a miss. You know, I have times where I wander around a field for 2 hours, and I might get 3 or 4 signals that are worth digging up, and the rest is just coming up as the Nocta is coming up as a 3 or a 4. It's a piece of iron, and there's really not a lot of sense in digging up bits of rusty iron all day. And but yeah, you never know. One day, hopefully, we might get lucky and find a piece of gold. Here's hoping. Fingers crossed. And if I do, then you'll see me do the dance as well. And hopefully, I might get out this year with a tent and have a couple of little camping excursions somewhere, little overnighters, and I'll maybe take you with me, and we'll see a bit of the countryside, have a bit of natter about nothing on those. There's the expectation of pizza. Here we go. Oh, oh, oh! Look at this. Oh, so we've got just a plain cheese pizza there, and this one's like a spicy chicken. Ooh, I'm going to eat the plain one first because I like. My apologies. This is going to sound absolutely dreadful as I eat this, but if you've got any questions for me, type a question and oh, it's all soggy, and I'll see if I can answer it the best I can. It's red hot as well. And if this sounds disgusting, then tell me. Tell me in the chat there if it sounds terrible, and I'll turn the microphone off while I'm eating. mm. 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 This must make great viewing. I would imagine on a Sunday night on YouTube. Ow! Mm. Nobody's saying anything. Are you all sat there salivating, or have you all turned your speakers off? Mm. Maybe you've all turned your computers off. It won't last long. I'll get this eaten. Mm. 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 Spicy chicken. Oh. Mm. 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 The spicy one. Spicy chicken. Spicy chicken pizza. 2-second sprays, I'll get to you. Mm. 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 And just like that, it was gone. Sprays. Did I ever get the RC RC car sorted? Yes and no. I got a running, as you saw in the videos, but I had 1 or 2 issues of keeping her sort of ticking over. To get it, I wasn't very good at tuning. You have to tune those things to get them to run nice. But no, I had some fun with it, and then I let it go. I sold it on, so and made a few quid out of it. I'm not afraid to say I looked out on that one. So for what I paid for it and what I sold it for, I was quite happy. So great fun as well, fantastic fun. I used to have I don't know if I said before. Excuse me. I used to have a Tamiya, we call a grasshopper, one of the famous Tamiya radio control cars from the 1980s, and I'm thinking I might see if I can maybe get one of those for Christmas, because it was fantastic fun. It's the type of RC car that you build. It's a model that you build from scratch. Well, not scratch, but you get the parts and you have to build it yourself and build the gearbox and all into the chassis and build the suspension and what have you. Great fun to do. Once it's complete, you can race it. Fantastic fun. So I might see maybe in the future about getting another grasshopper, because I really enjoyed it when I was a kid. And yeah, there you go. Patrick McGillicuddy. Yes, going not too bad, my friend. Hope yours is going just as well, if not better. A very Irish name, that, Patrick. I lived just outside of Belfast for 16 years. 16 years we lived there. Crazy long time. So the worst of the worst and the best of the best in the north of Ireland. A definite experience. Mind you, we've been here in Scotland for 5 years now. And as it will be the rest of our lives. Where are you from, Patrick, anyway? Go on, tell me you're from Ireland. Excuse me, I'm making a lot of noise after cleaning my teeth after eating that pizza. I'll have to go and brush them. Well, we've got 10 minutes left, everybody. 10 minutes left that I'm going to give you tonight. My name isn't McGillicuddy. I'm a ballet, but I can't remember why I called it. Okay, yeah, that's fine, Patrick. Yeah, not a problem. I'm from Newfoundland, but my family comes from France. Oh, okay, so Patrick in French would be Patrice, I do believe. Anyway. Yeah, indeed, Sprays. Thank you for coming along. Like I say, regular Sunday night again now. So unless I've got something on that I have to do, but I'll let you know. Hopefully, I'll be able to let you know beforehand if I'm not going to be on a Sunday. And yeah. I've lost track now. I've completely lost track. Sorry. But your name is Patrick, I would assume, or have you choose to write Patrick on your social media, or are you called Patrice? And I presume your surname's not pronounced Ballet. I would assume it's pronounced ballet. Not as ballet, but ballet. Again, I'm making assumptions here, and I shouldn't do. I've only had 2 bottles of beer. I like the variations in names. So. You know, country to country, how the different how the same name can be pronounced differently and spelt differently. I like all that kind of thing. I was always a fan of language. Always have been a fan of language. Although I can't speak any language. Well, I barely speak English, as it were. But yeah, my French is very limited. Bonjour. And my Spanish is limited to dos cervezas, por favor. Or I can say dos café con leche, por favor. So that's I can ask for 2 beers or 2 coffees with milk. The original was Ballot, and my family name comes from Brittany, France, in the early 70s. Oh, there you go. I tell you what, 1700s. Look, that's something else that I've got sat in this drawer. There you go. There's an old what's left of a gilded 1700s button. Shank on the back's gone, sadly, but yeah, that would have been a 1700s button. There you go. That was found up on my big farm permission, my 500 acres. So yeah. But anyway, yeah, language is very interesting. Right, well, not long, ladies and gents, boys and girls, and I'm going to love you and leave you for this evening. So if you've got any questions, you've got about 7 minutes left. And I will hopefully answer them for you if there's anything that you want to ask me. If there isn't, then don't worry about it. I'll just waffle on nonsensically about anything and everything. I've still got the Golden Mask metal detector. I must admit, I've not been out with that one for ages. Like I say, I've been mostly using the Nocta Macro that I got there for my birthday. So, but I might see if I can get a day out with the Golden Mask machine as well, because that's a good machine. Again, a basic machine, no VDI. There is discrimination, and I have it set just how I like it. So we'll maybe take that out for one day as well. What's the oldest thing I've ever found, Patrick? That's a very good question. I found some grape shot and part of a cannonball, so probably 1600s. Oldest coin I've ever found has been the one that I can verify is a William and Mary 1694 halfpenny. Oh, actually, yeah, again, this little thing that I was showing people earlier. It's like a little, I won't call it a badge. It was maybe a like a pin brooch. I don't know if you can see that. You see the little stars on there? So it's got a blue star, and then around the edge it's got crescent moons. And I think it's that I'm guessing. I sent a report into to the treasure trove people, the museum people here in Scotland, and I think that is probably late medieval. So maybe again, I'm just guessing, maybe 14 or 1500s, maybe somewhere around there. And I think it was probably a pin on a cloak, but I've no hard and fast details about that. So only time will tell if the treasure trove people come back to me on that. I would love to know more about it, but yeah, I've done lots of research and I can't find anything that looks like it anywhere. But yeah, there you go. And I believe it to be Islamic in design, which is quite a strange thing to find on a hillside in Scotland, on the west coast. Because before the town that I live in was built, which was in the 1700s, before that there was nothing here. It literally was just hillsides. There was maybe a farm here or there, but yeah, other than that there was nothing here. So it'd be an interesting thing to find out. If I could find out what that was, then it'd be great to know. Right, well, we've got 4 minutes left. 4 minutes, as they say in the song. To dive and detect. Hello from New Jersey. Well, hello in New Jersey. Dive and detect. How are you? I hope you're doing well. Diving and detecting. I must admit, there's not many people that dive and detect here in the UK. I guess probably because the water's very, very cold. But what sort of diving and detecting do you do? Do you do the river detecting and river diving for the you know, where the people go in the rubber rings down the rivers during the summer and they lose all the jewellery and and the watches and the GoPros, that kind of thing. Is that the kind of thing that you do? If you see me looking off to the side, it's because I've got a second monitor here, by the way. It's not. I'm not paying any attention. I'm reading the chat in the on the monitor. So. Right. Well, look. 3 minutes left until we're done. So. So I think it's time that I would say good evening, or good afternoon, good evening, and good night, as Jim Carrey would say. And yeah, I will love you and leave you, and see you on the next one. Stay tuned for a video coming out this week. All right, ocean and beaches, right? Yeah, no, that's cool. Yeah, I will love you and leave you for this evening. Just remember, every Sunday this is where I am. Hopefully every Sunday anyway. Like I say, if I can't make it, then I will let you know beforehand if I can. And yeah, I will see you on the next one. Hope everybody stays safe. Enjoy yourselves. Enjoy doing what you do, and I will see you in the next one. And yeah, bye for now.